Good morning, good morning, people. Good morning, friends and family. Hope you all are doing fine. This is another morning, and we are blessed to be alive, blessed to wake up. And who is online? Who is online? Let's talk a little bit. How are you, people? How have you been? Hi, people. Hi. Hi, friends and family. Hi, people. How are you? Let's have a little chat. Let's chit chat. Who's there? Who's online? Who is online? Good morning. Yeah, good morning. There's nobody watching the broadcast, but I just have a little bit of time today, so I decided that I should make this video. Hope you all are doing fine. Hope you all are doing fine. I know this is Tuesday, this is a working day, and most people are at their work site. But you can still watch the video after the video is finished. You can still watch the video. So please, if you're live, just click in. Let's have a little chit chat. And if you want to join the broadcast, you can still put your comments so I can join you on the broadcast, because this is something that I'll turn the camera. What did I do? Oh my God. Hi, bro. Good morning. Good morning, brother Jude. All the way from Berlin. Good morning, bro. Good morning. How far? How Berlin this morning? Hi, bro. I just want more talk small back. If you get time, whoever have time, you can ask to join the broadcast. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about depression. Yeah, we have to talk about depression. This is something that is affecting our community a lot. Good morning, Jude. How far? How Berlin? How Germany this morning? Hope hope you did fine. Long time though. Hope you did fine. Yes, guys, as I was saying, I came on this morning to talk about depression. Depression, mood disorder. Yes, depression is something we all have to talk about, because depression is affecting our society a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot, especially our African society. People are depressed and they don't even know that they are depressed. So, what is depression? Depression is that consistent, persistent feeling of sadness and loss of anxiety, loss of interest. Like it's that persistent feeling of worthlessness. Like when you feel that you're tired, you can't live anymore more in this world. Everything's just you see everything so worthless. Your life is just worthless. You think, oh, I think I should end it because nothing is moving. I don't have a job. I'm sick. No, I don't have friends. I'm alone. Nobody loves me. Those are signs of depression setting in. So I think this is something that we have to talk. Hi sis. Good morning. This is something that we have to talk a lot about, especially us coming from Africa. Because like when I was in Africa, I knew nothing about depression. Maybe sometimes in my life I've been depressed, but while in Africa, I just know maybe I'm sad, or maybe I'm having a mood swing or something. So yeah, hello, good morning. So I just let it go, I let it slide and move on. But there's this measured depressive disorder that you see people start acting out like they can't even do the daily life things they used to do, the normal life things they used to do, like taking a shower, putting on good clothes, going out, going to work, or following orders. So that's when you see that somebody is really depressed and that person needs help. Yeah, so depression is real, people. It's just yesterday that I saw on the internet. I saw this lady. Most of us, we know her from she's a veteran actress in the Nollywood films. Ada Ume or Ada Eme. Yeah, she died yesterday, and it was pure depression. That's the real face of depression. There are many people now who are living with depression that they don't even know that this is depression. I'm depressed and I need. Yeah, that's true. It's worth explaining because many, especially in Europe, we know about depression because we have like counselors. And when you have like your social worker sees that you don't behave normal or something is going wrong with you, they ask you to seek maybe you go for a therapy and you are follow up, and sometimes some people end up taking antidepressants medication. And when you start taking those medications, that's something that you have to live with for the rest of your life. So I would advise that we should either seek remedies like trying to prevent you from getting to the stage of taking medications for depression. So people, I want to say depression is real. Let nobody tell you that this thing as Africans, like I've heard a lot, like African who need depressed no matter man don't see all kind of trouble. Now wait to one depressed man. People are depressed. Even Africans, they are depressed. I know two people. I had two classmates. They came from they came from Kenya. They were on antidepressants medication. And then when she told me that, I was like, but why are you taking antidepressants medication? You are an African. You've seen all type of stress. What is happening? Why do you accept taking these things? She was like, there was a time when I was the only thing I considered was suicide. I was like almost taking away my life. That's when my social. Hi Natalie, hi. Thank you for joining the live broadcast. There was a time when I almost committed suicide, and my social worker told me to go see a therapist, which I'm seeing now, and that's why they decided and they concluded that I should be on this antidepressant medication. And while we were in class, I noticed that yes, she really had to take this medication, because one day we were early in class and she didn't come that day. She called a friend, and this is an African I'm talking about. This girl, she has 2 kids. She lives in Denmark. She's my classmate. And she was like, Patricia, please, I'm not talking about, it's not like I'm exposing somebody's story. This is something that we have to learn, because I learned a lot from this situation. Patricia, I beg, you feel buy me yogurt when you do. She was just saying some weird things. I was like, and then I was like, what is happening here? You are living just 2 meters away from the store. I am in school, and school is like very far away. I don't have a car. How can I pick a milk, drive back, come and give you in your house where you live, and where I'm going to buy the milk is close to your house? Then I got to understand what she was even saying. She did not even understood what she did not even know when she called me, and then she was like completely lost. The next day I asked her what was happening. She was like, no, I didn't call you. And then I saw that she was not normal. Really not normal. I was so surprised and was like, yes, this is really happening. Because I myself also, I taught Africans, because what have we not seen in Africa? What have we not really seen in Africa? We have seen all sort of things, all sort of problems. There are things that we see here that people take as problems, which are not problems to us. It's just a normal way of life in Africa. But people are so stressed about them. So what I would say is depression is real. I'll still keep saying this. Depression is real, people. If you think you are like losing that energy, you are feeling worthless, you are thinking suicidal, you are like, you don't have strength, you don't have energy for anything, you feel like, oh, I have to end this. Hi. Sorry, this is your name. They ever pass me for pronouncer. Hi, girl. Hi, beauty. Hi. Thanks for joining the live stream. So when you're feeling when you're having sleep disorder, when you cannot sleep, you keep turning from one angle to the bed and other. You stay up all night. You cannot even eat. You lost your appetite. You feel so weak. You cannot get up and take a shower. You cannot dress well. You cannot dress clean. Please take note of those signs. There is depression, people. I'm talking especially to our African community, because many people are dying of depression and they don't even understand. Some will be like, this person was fine, but what happened to this person? There is depression. There is a lot of depression. People are so depressed. Even like us who living in this part of the world, this is a system which we are not used to. It's like sometimes there are things that happen to us here that we are so shocked and we are not used to. And you feel so depressed, you are so pressured. Sometimes even getting the document to stay in these countries that we are, it makes people so depressed that they don't even understand that this is a state that I've reached, that I have to like stop and think and then redress myself and take care of myself. Because when you start feeling that pressure, when you start feeling that worthlessness, when you start feeling like I can't anymore, you need to take a break. You need to stop and think about the whole thing. You need to stop and take care, because that's a warning sign that something is happening to you. Yeah, it cannot be physical. It can be internal and you are feeling it. You need to really like sit back. You think that what is happening. If it's something that you need to see a therapist, please don't hold back. Go seek an advice from a professional, somebody who knows what they are doing. Because sometimes we just, hi, we're doing hi. Thanks for joining the live stream. Thanks for joining. So people, like I said, depression, it affects our sleeps. It affects our anxiety. We feel so pressured, like you want to do everything at the same time. You're so stressed. So depression, we behave, when we are depressed, we behave abnormal, and we have like many emotional and physical problems. We can't really reason very well. We can't do the normal things we used to do normally when we were all right. So this is a problem which is facing our society. We need to really take hold. We need to really think about, we need to really know these signs and take care of ourselves, because when you start feeling that way, you need to take care. You need to seek for professional help. You need to seek for professional help, because you alone cannot do it. You also need to seek for family help. Sometimes just talking to people who love you can help you out of this. Sometimes talking to friends, people who hold you close to heart, it's like a therapy. Talking to people, to your family members, is therapeutic. when you feel that anxiety, when you feel that depression, please people, depression is real. I just came this morning to talk to someone who is in this state. Please, depression is real. I would say all of us, there has been a time in your life that you have feel this, oh my God, I can't anymore. This is too much for me. I cannot do it anymore. I cannot go on. I cannot carry on like this. And then you start being tired. You start losing sleep. You start losing appetite. You can't even get up and go to your work. That is depression. We need to think about all those things. We need to be watchful and seek for help at the appropriate time. Let it not get out of hand before you start seeking for help, because maybe then you will only be needing medication, which, as you all know, medication has its side effects. Please, people, let's take care of ourselves. Everything in this life is not just about money. It's not about money, 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 money. I want to get that Range Rover. I want to build the biggest house in Africa. I want to do this. I want to impress people. There are people who are watching me. I came to Europe to make it big. I have to go back big. All those things, when you're depressed and you die, even the people who do not even know how you work, all those, they are the people who end up enjoying those things. Our life, this life on earth, we live it once. We have life after death, which is in Christ. But this life that we are living now, it's a life that we live just once. So we need to take care of ourselves. I'm talking about depression. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's not follow the things of the world. I'm not saying that being rich is not okay. It's very okay. But being rich, you have to also take care of yourself. You should not I know of people who live in this abroad like rats. When I say like rats, they will stay in one room. They are packed up because they don't want to rent expensive house, or they don't want to live good life because they are building in Africa, and of which they will never live in that house in Africa where they are building. Somebody will stand here and tell me that maybe because you don't have it, that's why you are condemning it. I cannot control the way you feel. I cannot control the way you think. I can only say what I know, and I can only say what I think it is right for me. You have the decision to take it or leave it. But what I will advise everybody is to take care of yourself, because you and you alone, you come first before any other person. Don't be pressured in your life. Just take life a step after another. Take life a step after another. There are ways that we can avoid being depressed. For example, eating healthy food. You need to eat balanced diet. When I say balanced diet, I mean you don't have to eat unhealthy food. You need to eat vegetable. You need to eat fish. You need to eat things which will keep your body balanced. Yeah, those things, they help, because when you eat things you like, healthy food, it acts with your dopamine. It makes you feel happy. And when you're happy, you cannot be depressed. When you start being stressed, that's when depression comes in. And then we need to find a way to avoid stress. If you are working and your work is giving you stress, find a way to avoid stress. For example, there are people who are doing things that they don't like. They are doing it just to keep the body and soul together. I will tell you, it is sad to say this, but I'll tell you, if you die, I don't think they will even remember you, because you have a replacement the next minute after you are pronounced dead. So why kill yourself for something which is not permanent? So if it's your job that is giving you stress, try to limit the stress you're having. If it's life that is giving you stress, find another way to prevent that. Try to limit the amount of stress you have. There are many ways to do that. Exercise is one of the ways that some people take to limit their stress. There are some people who dance to limit stress. There are some people who sleep to limit stress. All of this also, it helps with depression. It helps you to prevent being depressed, because depression is when you are overstressed, and when you are you are, I mean, you are so tired. Yeah. So you should also alcohol, stop alcohol and drug. If you're using a drug or you're drinking too much alcohol, it can also bring about depression. So if another way to stop being depressed, to avoid being depressed, is like limiting the amount of alcohol you take or the drugs. When I say drugs, they are normal drugs that you become addicted to. Things, drugs like that, you have to know. You have to know the side effects of the drugs you take. So that if there is a drug that you're taking that is affecting you, there are drugs that you take that lowers your dopamine. And when your dopamine is low, you will feel like less energy, unless you feel so stressed and low. That also can bring about depression. And finally, I would say you should talk to a therapist, because there are people who are trained to help you in this journey. If you're depressed and there's some, our brother Jude says depression in developed world is just like malaria in sub-Saharan Africa. Right, brother. Depression it is. I mean, 99% of people living in this part of the world, they are depressed. Sometimes us, we are made strong. I would say we are strong because of the way of life we came from. But people here, the least thing, you are in class with people and you know that maybe you are studying in their language, but they end up being more depressed even than you, who came in and this is not even your language. So I don't know if so bring to camera, Natalie. Yeah, so depression is real. What? Yeah, depression is real. Yes, sister Charlotte, what explaining really, because many people are ignorant about it. Yeah, many people are ignorant about it. That if I watched the last video that actress Ada Ome that she did, she was saying it outrightly. She was depressed because she said, something is pursuing me in my life that is almost trying to kill me, but I'm going to go through this. That is outblown depression. She was depressed. You can be depressed and even you go to the hospital, there is nothing. The doctor will find nothing on you, but you are depressed. So like I've said, avoid. I know it's sometimes when I say it and then I think about it myself, I'm like, what are you even saying? To avoid stress. Avoiding stress is something that is very difficult. Yeah, because when you have something on your mind and that thing is like disturbing you a lot, how can you avoid thinking about that thing? It's almost impossible to avoid thinking about something that is on your mind and you keep, for example, if you have not paid your bill and your house bill or something, and then the house owner is after you, how can you avoid that? You can't avoid thinking about it. But I think even if you think about it, it's not the solution to the problem. So why think about it and get yourself depressed that the problem will still stay there? The problem will still be there. So sometimes we just have to think like every problem have an expiring date. And when that date comes, this problem will be over. I think that's the mindset we have to have, because the world we live in, even the Bible says that it's not going to be easy. So the world we live in, it's not an easy world. Everything is about stress. And it comes like that when you give in to it. Because there are people who I know also that they are struggling, but they are smiling and they are happy. They are not stressed. They are taking it one at a time. They're just going on and saying that, okay, every problem will sort itself. Every problem will expire when the time comes for the problem to expire. So people, I'll keep saying this. Depression is real. We should take care of ourselves. We should seek help when we feel that it's setting in. In Africa, we don't have therapists. We don't know about therapy. Maybe there are other African countries. Let me not say in Africa, because there are developed African countries that they function the same as European countries. So in Cameroon, where I come from, it is very difficult to hear like a therapist. Like there is a therapist. That's something that is like unheard of. So I think we have in that type of situation, look for friends. I know the world is so evil now that people are just afraid. They are just afraid of one another. People cannot really talk about their issues to the next person because they are like, what? Maybe this person is going to tell everybody about my story. So people tend to keep things in them and then end up being depressed, end up dying. But people, we need to be good to each other. We need to, because you going and telling, if like for example I confine in you and then you going to tell another person about the story, how does that make you great? I don't think that makes you any greater than it only makes you look like the little person. It makes you look like the foolish person in all of this. So we have the need to have support system. When I say support system, it's like family members or friends who you can run to when you feel this pressure. Hi, Sister Sylvia. Thanks and welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I'm talking about depression. I'm saying that depression is real. And when you feel that pressure, when you feel that depressed, please seek for help. It is very important to seek for help when you feel depressed because many people are dying because of depression. You should not allow yourself to get to that point that you will start taking medication, because taking depression medication, it's like somebody who have hypertension and is taking medication, because when you get into those medication, there's no going out. It means that you are going to live with that medication for the rest of your life. And all medication on earth, they have side effects. So the side effect of that medication can be so bad on you, maybe in the later years of your life, or it can be bad for your system now. So please, people, prevent reaching to that stage that you have to live on medication to calm down your depression. I will also say that most of us living in this part of the world. Good day, Sone. Good day. Thanks for watching. Thank you for joining the live stream. Most of us living in this part of the world, I know of people who have been forced to take those medications, of which their depression is not that so severe. So I will say again to us, let's take care of ourselves. There are therapists in Cameroon says the problem is the mindset of the people not believing that the depression is a problem. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sister Charlotte. You're right. That's true. There are therapists in Cameroon. But, well, I was saying that there is no therapist because when I was in Cameroon, I've never heard about like a therapist, because when somebody starts behaving abnormal, one time they say na Chris man, it Chris. They'll just label you with Chris man. You know? Yeah, you're right. Like in the hospitals and some of these health center, they have people like counselors, therapists there. That's true. That's true. You're right. People, the mindset of Cameroonians also, it's a problem in this issue because they don't believe in them, and then they like, Master, maybe witch. They'll tell me like is bewitched. Maybe they have bewitched the person. That's why the person is behaving abnormal, or the person did something and then something is happening to the person. All of those things. But depression is real, people. Depression is real. I will keep saying this. People are dying of depression because depression is this thing that you go to the hospital and they will tell you, you need to see no nothing. You need to sick no nothing. You don't get no symptoms. But you are depressed. You are feeling less wordless. You are feeling anxiety. You cannot sleep at night because you are hearing voices in your head telling you, some are even telling you to commit suicide. Like, just end it. This is too much for you. End it. Yeah, there are people who have jumped. While I was living in Korea, I heard of many stories. Korean, what I noticed is Korean people, they are the set of people who cannot handle stress. When they are least depressed, they end it. Like they commit suicide. Korea is one of the countries that has the high rate of suicide. So there are many people dying now of depression. Many people, even most of these big stars and all, they die of depression. When they start being depressed, they start taking the antidepressants, they become addicted, and that's the end of it. It's like you are on drugs, because if you are like depressed, then comes the medication. You are in and out, medication, depression, medication, and then your life starts going downhill. So we should try as much as possible to avoid reaching that stage in our life. Depression is real. If you are doing a job that you are depressed, try to find a way out of that situation, because when your life ends, they are going to find a new person immediately, your replacement immediately. If it is school, yes, sister, those are the symptoms. Once you get that sick for counseling, right? Once you get that, there are people like, it's okay, I can handle it. It's wrong. Seek for help. When you get those symptoms of not sleeping, losing of appetite, feeling too much anxiety, emotional and physical issues, like your head is just spinning round. You are in Cameroon and your head is in Douala, Yaoundé, everywhere. That is not a good sign. You need to seek help, a professional help. Like I said, family members also can help you. Talking to people who have you at, like people who you know, people who have you at heart, it can help. You need to have that circle, that network that you can talk to. You can like tell them about your problem, and just talking to somebody, that's therapeutic. It helps a lot of people. They are, like I have talked about already, people have issues, trust issues. We should try as much as possible to be nice to each and everyone, because people are having a lot. They are having a lot of baggage. You see somebody smiling, moving on the street. If the person tell you what they are carrying on them, you will be so shocked. Think about this woman who we just lost, this actress that I just talked about. She has lost 6 members of her family. I read from somewhere. This is something I read from somewhere. She lost her only child. And when she was young, she got pregnant to that child when she was just 14 years old. The father even denied her. And she was from these ghettos in Nigeria, or Jegule or something like that. And then at the end of the day, when she had that child was like a friend, because they grew together. They grew up together. She was 14 and then they grew up together. And then at the end of the day, the only friend she had, she died. She lost the child, lost all her siblings, lost her father, her mother, everybody. She was like the only one on earth. And on the only family that she had, the child died. And on that video, the last video she made, she said they gave her a job. She was unable to do the job. That's because she was depressed. She could not function normal as a normal person. She was depressed. So she ended up, and you can hi sister, big sis, my big sister don't join this live broadcast. So hi, thank you for joining. So as she was in that state, somebody gave her a job, and giving her a job, they did not even care about her state, because the person did not know, maybe because of ignorance. And then they were charging her to court. They fined her on something. I don't know if it's because of the job, because she was talking on that video. She didn't really explain what was happening. She said she has been fined, but something is going on in her life, but she's going to pull through this. So that is clear sign of depression. If you are here, you're watching this video, and you feel like you are stressed, you feel like you are feeling worthless, you don't want to live anymore, you're like, I'm tired of this world. What is this? What is happening? Please seek help. Seek professional help. Seek family help. There are people who have best friend, good people in their lives. Tell them about how you are feeling. Tell them about your issues, because when you keep it inside, it keeps adding up, boiling up, and it reach in that position, it reach in that level that you cannot anymore. That's when you go to get help this time, they start pumping you, giving you all these medications with chemical in them, and then you end up losing your life or going crazy. So people, seek help when you feel depressed. Don't hide it. It is not, I know in Cameroon we will say this man is mad, a madman, a crazy man. You don't say I see the talk you want. It is crazy. It don't start crazy. But no, seek help. Don't be ashamed to seek help. Don't be ashamed to talk to somebody about how you're feeling. Try as much as possible to avoid stress. It should not be like a fast lane. This life that we are living, it should not be a fast lane. Because Mr. A is driving a Range Rover, has built the biggest house in Cameroon, you have to kill yourself also to get all of that. To me, those things, I'm not in competition with anybody. I just live my life a day after another. Because when you start thinking and feeling like that, and then you are like, oh my God, I came to Europe 10 years ago. I've not bought anything. I'm not even driving a car. Oh, this. And then you go and start working 24 hours job. That's just putting a lot of stress on your body. Our body is built in a way that we are not supposed to have that stress. Because when you start having that amount of stress on your body, you can't really function normal. There are many things that you cannot do again because you are like, oh, you are confused. You are in that confused state. Seek help, people. I don't want to make this video so long. I don't want to keep repeating myself. But on the conclusion note, I would say, if you feel depressed, people, seek help. Seek professional help. Talk to family members. Talk to friends. And yeah, take life one day at a time. Take life one day at a time. If it has not happened today, you are not God. You don't know about your tomorrow. It might happen tomorrow. Just take life a step after another. Be nice to yourself, because it's only you that can be nice to yourself. You will not expect another person to be nice to you. You have to first be nice to yourself. So thank you all again once more for watching this live broadcast. And we'll end with this note that take good care of yourself. When you feel depressed, seek professional help. Have good people around you. Don't be afraid to tell about what you're thinking, what you're facing, to somebody you trust. Yeah, because we have to trust first before you can tell your story out to people. Because sometimes you can tell somebody and then the person will be the one to make you feel more stressed, because they'll go about adding salt, maggi, pepper to the story. So people, let's be nice to each other. Let's try to be nice to each other. Let me take this opportunity to greet everyone. I don't know, this is an open broadcast. If there's somebody who wants to join the live, maybe to talk. Presley, I'm on live video. I'm coming, I'm on live video. Yeah, I'm on live video, Presley. Sorry, my son they're on holidays. They'll know. Yeah. Thank you, people, for joining. Thank you, Brother Sone. Thank you, Miango. Thank you, Big Sis. Sister Sylvia and Sister Solange. Thank you all for joining. Natalie, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Brother Jude. Thank you all for joining. And yeah, thank you. Sam Bizarre, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Is there somebody who wants to join to share their experience or to add to this? leave it on the chat. Maybe I can join you. I don't know. Yeah, I really wish that if there's somebody here who wants to add to this, because this is something we really need to talk about every time. There are people are going through a lot, a lot, a lot. Yeah, yeah. Hey, big boss, I hail, I greet you. Big boss, I greet you. Franklin, hi. Yes, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you also. I appreciate you also for joining. Thank you, and see you some other time. Thank you. Bye bye, people. Bye bye. Love you all. Thank you.